We're on, right?
Yeah, we're on.
Yeah.
We just.
Okay.
Yes.
I can start us off.
So I'm actually glad that Jimmy's here because he said that last time he was like, "Man, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Bro," but I'm glad you're here, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always glad Jimmy's here.
Yeah.
I just don't see him enough. So
You know, I'm a busy guy, you know. I'm surprised I made it too, guys.
okay, I'll start us off. Hey, welcome back to the Telemon podcast viewers and audience. This is your host Shovu, and I'm joined by my co-host Jimmy and Mefree. We are back to discuss about some things that Mefree is going to be facing along his journey. If you've been following us on the Telemon podcast, you will know that Mefree is going to be running across the USA, and he's going to be starting in Ocean Island. Is it Ocean
Ocean City, Maryland.
Ocean City, Maryland, and then he's gonna run all the way to Seattle,
Sacramento,
San
Francisco.
Sacramento, San Francisco, California. So he's gonna be doing that very soon here in the 17th is when we're launching you
a
off.
week and a few days away.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're gonna be going live if you guys are watching. And we're going to be talking to Mefree today more about his journey and some of the things that he's going to be facing and how he's going to overcome them. And along that, we're going to be just chilling with him. We will probably talk to Mitch also, because Mitch is going to be the one sponsoring this whole journey that Mefree's going on. So stay tuned. We're going to be calling Mitch probably at 6:30, and then we're going to be talking to Mitch too. So yeah. How you feeling, Mefree?
You know what? Just like I was telling Jimmy, you know, the training, it's been intense lately.
Yeah.
The last few weeks. 20 miles in one run. So I'm spending 2 hours at the gym for each run. So during a typical day, I spend 4 hours at the gym running. And
Whoa.
I think that, well, I know for sure, the guys over there at the gym, they think I'm crazy by now, you know? So they're like, because after I run, I would go back into the locker room and they would pull me aside and say, you know what, we've been watching you and you've been here for a few months now. Like, are you training for something?
Yeah.
They asked me, they're like, are you trying to run a marathon? And I just tell them about my mission. And then when I tell them about my mission, some of them, they don't even believe it, you know? They're like, okay, whatever, I don't think you're going to do it. But you could kind of tell by their expression. And then they would talk to you about, oh, you know what? Like, we see you doing this every day. You must be doing it for something. And then I just tell them, no, I'm planning to run across the country because of what God did in my life and all that stuff. And so it's been intense and it's been draining. Like right now, I just got done doing, like I was telling Jimmy, I just got done doing the 10 miler right before I came here. So today, I did 20 miles at around 6 a.m. this morning because I knew I was coming here. So I had to fit everything in because I didn't want to finish this and then go run later.
Yeah.
So I did 2 runs, and today was a really compact day for me. So that second run, it was really close at 20 miles. So a little more drained than usual for today. So I usually get in 2 runs. I have been cutting it to every other day because every day I need that day to just rest and get my body back. Because if I was going to do it every day, that with that pace, with that effort, I wouldn't be able to get out of here injury-free for my run across the country. And so, like I was telling Mitch, he asked how I was doing. I said, you know what, Mitch, I'm going to cut it every other day because I'm just putting on a lot of miles. And so he was like, yeah, you know what, that's a good idea. In fact, I was talking to him the other day and he said, Free, are you, what about injury-wise? And this is something that me and Mitch, we talked about it. But, you know, I will tell you and Jimmy that my this knee right here, it's been but it's not to the point where I have to stop because I had this sort of nagging injury before and I could run through it. But I know from my past that it's time to listen to my body too and not push so hard, you know? And so there's a fine line between, oh, I want to go out there and push myself, but there's also a fine line. You got to listen to your body and know that, you know what? If I don't listen to my body and get some rest, I could jeopardize the long term of my goal and the mission that I have ahead. And so you got to know that. And I think that with experience, you will learn how to see that. And so I have been trying to rest at the same time, but still trying to keep the same intensity and train too. Because me, when I run, I'm the type of person that when I go there, I don't like to waste time, you know?
Right.
When I get there, it's just focus, intensity. You see a lot of people, and maybe I'm not saying it's the wrong way, but maybe they are taking their time, but they would just go into it easily and be on their phone talking to their friend and stuff like that. When I get to the gym, I want to be as productive as I can. So super focused, just go in there, especially during this time too, when I'm getting so close to it. And I'm super focused on what I'm doing. And you got to bring the intensity up, you know, because a lot of people don't realize that intensity is what makes you better too. Because if you're just going to go there lackadaisical and just, you know, relax and just be on your phone, that's the same result you're going to get. So for me, I go in there and I just intently focus. That's why I don't have time to talk to people when I'm running. But back in the dressing room, the locker room, that's when people are able to say, you know what, you seem really focused, so now we could really talk to you. So lately it's been intense and a lot of running, a lot of gym time.
Okay.
A lot of people that at the gym, I've got to know them even more than my roommates.
Oh yeah.
Because I've been spending so much time there, you know, and I could honestly say that I'm going to miss them, you know, because they become family like you because they have the regulars and you see them. And so they know exactly what time you're coming and they know exactly how long you're going to be there and you talk to them. And so I'm going to miss them. I made a new family from my TC family, which is my gym family. And that's kind of nice for the first time in my life because before this, when I was running in Stillwater, Forest Lake, I would run by myself. And even when I went to the gym, it would just be by myself. And at my brother's house, I had my own treadmill, so I would just run by myself. So I've never had that interaction with other people, you know, and it's kind of different. For the first time, I am running with different people and associating with people that are trying to take care of themselves too, pushing themselves. And that's kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of training, a lot of intensity.
I've seen you run around at Phelan early in the morning because I work at Phelan.
Me?
Yeah. Do you run Phelan at all?
No.
No.
I'm too far. Lately,
Really? Not lately. It's been a while, but like
I've ran it, but it's been years.
it's been years.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. I mean, I swear to
I
God, there's
haven't
a
been-
guy that looks like you every morning when I get off work. I see.
Doppelganger probably.
Yeah, doppelganger.
A short guy?
Short guy, yeah.
Is it my
same
bo-
build?
I think I might know that guy.
And I see him run every morning. I'm like,
Is he-
Mefree beating the dudes out here. And
Is he
running.
dark?
I don't know. I just be driving. I just see the same build, and I could have sworn I seen the Mefree shirt one day, but maybe you know maybe my brain's just playing on me. But that goes into my question. You know, how are you training for the weather? Since you are going to be coming across a lot of
Yep.
Yep, that's one of the questions.
yeah, you're going to be running into a lot of, I wouldn't say like dilemmas or whatever, but more like maybe adversity, you know.
Yeah. So weather, we got weather. We want to ask you about and wildlife. Like if you're running into maybe a
Yeah, cougars
maybe.
or shit.
Yeah, we never know.
When you're out there and
and then also a another, let's say like a dangerous situation, maybe like
Yeah.
you run into like a snake or something.
Yeah, bite you on the ankle. So how do we? How,
We're
how
not,
do we know?
we're knocking on wood so it
and
doesn't
bro,
happen.
we're knocking on wood. But like, and, you know, the Lord's watching you for
Of course,
sure. You know,
yeah.
So
and
as far as weather goes, I think that you know what? Me, I don't really like the cold. So I think living here in Minnesota, especially this year, this winter, I had to be outside a lot, you know, just going to the gym. And so I'm getting better at that because my body's acclimated to that being from here. So that's a plus. But I was just talking to Mitch about this. I think that from Maryland to the Midwest, it's going to be like this weather right here.
yeah,
But then, you know what, Jimmy? What I have not dealt with is the heat when you hit the
Oh, yeah.
deserts.
hot.
Yeah. And Mitch was telling me that, like, when you hit, like, Nevada, it's going to be like 100.
It's hot.
Yeah. So I'm like, Mitch, I might just have to run at night, you know?
You could run at night. It's
Yeah.
dangerous at night.
Yeah, but it's too hot, though.
What about? Well, I thought so. I thought you were going to Seattle, so you'll be
No,
up top.
The middle.
It's gonna be
Middle.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Okay.
that middle. Can
So-
we get like a picture up here, honey?
Yeah. How did you plan your route out?
Well, it's just the Route 50.
Oh, Route 50.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be running on the highway.
If you can.
It's Route 50. It'll be the highway, but it's called the loneliest highway in America. So it's
But
gonna.
it goes right across the
Yep.
whole thing.
It goes from Ocean City, Maryland, all the way to Sacramento. But when I get to Sacramento, I'm not gonna go Sacramento. I'm gonna hit. I think it's one of those highways that just goes straight up to San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah. So I want to run across the Golden Gate and end it in the Bay.
Wow.
Yeah. But I think the toughest part, Jimmy, for me, it might be the heat because
Well, you're running early.
what?
You're running early, so.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
100 throughout the day.
but it's how you
Imagine,
get there.
imagine here, 80, 90 degrees có một rộng tới cũ
Yeah.
Imagine, you eat bộ kia
Yeah, no, I'm from Fresno too, so it be getting hot,
Yeah, because,
and it's like can't breathe hot.
because, Jimmy, I would tell you this, especially if you run a sun beating
Yeah.
oh, drains you so quick,
Oh
bro.
yeah.
Like, I would rather have it rain than have that sun beating on you. Because if you're running straight in that sun,
Yeah.
bro, that's why like a marathon, they always schedule it in the fall.
Yeah.
Because that, it will just drain everything out of you.
Yeah.
And imagine here in Minnesota, we get 80 with humidity and we can't even go outside. Imagine 100 every day, you know? So I think for me, that's going to be the toughest part. I've never experienced anything like that. So from Maryland to the Midwest, Minnesota here, Ohio, I'm familiar with that. And I know the terrain. It's going to be kind of like Dairyland, kind of, maybe a few hills.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the kind of the visual or the
Okay.
that I'm going to be running across. But once I pass the Rockies and go into Nevada and start that West Coast, this is all desert, bro, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be really tough. So I'm thinking I might just have to run at night and sleep during the day, you know?
So-
Because it would, number one, it'll be less hotter. Number two, no sun, you know? And so that's why I was talking to Mitch. So that's why I needed the headlights. So,
What about through the Rockies? Like, how are you gonna do?
it goes straight through.
It goes straight through.
Yep.
Wow.
It goes straight through. The elevation is going to be up, though. So that's another thing that I have to put into consideration too, because here in Minnesota, our elevation is like really low.
Yeah.
But once you get up into the elevation, it's gonna drain your oxygen level too.
But you can take it slow. You don't gotta
Right.
kill yourself to go up
Yeah.
that hill. You still got hella miles to go after
Yeah.
that hill.
Yeah, so-
to that mountain actually, not even a hill.
Yeah, I think as far as just the animal and wildlife like that, I'm not too worried about
Yeah.
that, you know, and because, you know what, bro, I've ran in Duluth where the weather is horrible.
Yeah.
I ran in so I really believe that all the times that I've been running in Minnesota here,
That's trained you.
yeah, because Duluth, it could be 60.
Wildlife out there too.
Yeah, Duluth, it could be 70 degrees one day, and then the next day it could be like 20 with wind.
Yeah.
And I tell you guys something, running against the wind, that's the worst. It's like running in mud. You don't go anywhere. That's super tough if you're going against it. So I would rather even fighting that is hard. You're working 2 times as much as harder. And so up there in Duluth, I remember we would go run and I would just be running. And I would feel like, am I even running? That's just how the wind is up there, especially coming off Lake Superior.
You feel like you're
Yeah. So one of
running
those.
slow.
So I think that all those has prepped me for this.
Yeah.
The only thing that I haven't seen is just the heat because that's
Okay.
going to drain everything out of me. But I was talking to Mitch and he said, Free, just go slow and take your time doing that. And I'm like, Mitch, you know what? I might have to do that. I might have to go a little slower when I reach that part of it. So for me, to make it easier, I broke it into sections, Like I got to get through the East Coast section and then the Midwest section.
Okay.
And then I'm going to break it into, instead of thinking about the whole trip, that's going to be too overwhelming. I'm going to break it. So when I get to it, I'm going to celebrate every section that I get past.
Okay.
So that's one of the keys that I've learned in running marathons, is to break it up. Because if I try to think about the whole thing, I'm going to just be too overwhelmed. And so from running all these marathons, it has taught me that, you know what, break it up, break it up into different sections. Just complete that section. Think about that, focus on that section, finish that section, and then think about the next one. If you think about the whole thing, it's just too overwhelming.
Right.
So
Mefree, are you carrying anything just to be on the safe side, like maybe a pocket knife or like a GPS?
Yeah, how
Maybe
are
not
you?
GPS,
How are
but-
you packing stuff when you're
Yeah,
running?
so my buddy is going with me.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
guys are actually gonna meet him over there. So he's gonna
Oh.
drive. We talked about this throughout my whole time at TCLI.
Okay.
And so he's gonna be following me, and so
Is he gonna be recording, or are you gonna be live? Are you gonna be going live?
Yeah, I think that when we do go live, it's gonna be me and him both doing it. And so, but the important thing is that he's gonna be around where if I run into some sort of issue,
Yeah.
and the
And you
most
can run
likely
at night?
issue that we're talking about is injury,
yeah,
and so
yeah.
I could get a hold of him. He'll be close by and know exactly where I am.
Yeah.
And so GPS and that plays a lot in it. And number two is that he's going to be carrying my food and all that stuff,
Yeah.
And so I think those are the two major ones.
Yeah, because you gotta run light.
Yeah.
You can't be carrying a
You know what?
bag and
Right.
truck.
I'm not going to carry anything except
Yeah.
for my phone. And
Maybe have like a little knife on your leg strapped up on you or
Yeah,
something.
knife is always good to carry.
so,
Yeah.
you know what, Jimmy, I will, when we get there, I will see if I'm going to carry any weapons on me.
Yeah.
But I think that as long as he's close by, it should be,
Yeah.
good enough, because I want to really run as if I'm running,
Running free.
right, running here, running in.
That's right.
I mean, come on.
So running as I will say it like this: running as bare or minimal as I could.
Yes,
So that's the plan.
Yeah.
Because if I was gonna carry a bunch of stuff with me, I would have had to train for that, and I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would have had training for that. Just like in a marathon, you're gonna eat, I train for that.
Yeah.
To run while you're eating. So to run with all that gear on, I didn't train for that.
Yeah.
And
Are
to
you
me,
gonna have a camera for you though?
you know what? Mitch sent me a GoPro.
Nice.
So
yeah.
I might
Oh,
have
okay.
that. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
might have
we'll
that.
get that strapped up
Yeah.
on your
Yeah.
chest, so it's not like anything like no weight or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. What year? What GoPro is it? Is it GoPro 11 or?
I don't
12?
know. I think it's the original, bro. It might be an older version. But Mitch, his buddy, sent me with that. Like, didn't they all? A few.
A bunch of.
Okay.
What about like
Is it?
memory cards and stuff?
Oh, I got to get the memory cards. But I don't think that should be an issue.
No.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too tough to get.
No, not at all. But just make sure if you're gonna record 4K, it needs.
I think
to
it
be-
has. Yeah, it has 4K.
Okay, then you're gonna need to get the little, because on there's a little 1 and a 3. You have to get the 3
Okay.
on there.
Okay.
Yeah, because the 1 won't record 4K. It'll just record like the 1080.
Are you talking about the disc itself?
Yeah, the little.
Oh,
disc.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
The little slots.
Okay.
Yep.
So is it the smaller one that goes in our phone and stuff like that? Or
Yes. Yes.
oh,
That
okay.
little tiny one.
Okay.
Yep. Because I believe GoPros only carry those little ones.
Right.
And then you transfer it to the SD, the bigger SD card.
Yeah, and I would get extra too, especially since how long is your trip like fully planned out? To be?
Jimmy, I think I'm gonna allot myself 6 months.
6 months.
So it's might be over that or under that. It's really unpredictable, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm spacing it for. But
Estimation.
yeah, but because there's so many variables that could happen in between, you know, from point A to point B. So I'm just gonna space that out and say, you know what, I'm gonna take 6 months out of my life to do this, you know.
Yeah.
And so me and Mitch were thinking maybe like in the end of summer,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep us updated.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll have to call you during a show once and be like,
Yeah, we
Mefree, how you doing?
We talked
man?
about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
How you holding up?
We're probably gonna do that, and every time you're done with like a
Section.
section that you're talking about, yeah, we'll do a call and update.
An update.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another interesting
An
aspect to
exclusive.
this too.
Uh-huh.
That I just want to, I don't know if it's in your questions, but I wanted to bring up is that I have actually got a hold of several teen challenges along the way. One in Arkansas.
Oh,
and
okay.
one in Nevada. There's so many of these teen challenge around
Yeah.
that I got a hold of those, and I actually spoke to the directors. And
Yeah.
I told them, you know, I'm from Minnesota and I've graduated TCLI. And so they're like, oh, okay, yeah. I told them that, you know what, this is my mission. I'm gonna be coming through there, and you know what, bro? Director, told me, you know what? When you get here, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll accommodate you any way we
Holy
could.
shit, that's awesome.
And we want you to come and talk to our clients too,
Yeah.
because
Nice.
you've been through it, and now that you're done, and you're
That is
running.
nice.
So I've actually talked to the one in Arkansas,
Okay.
and in Nevada. So
Wow.
I plan to stop, and they're like, you know what? If you need a place to stay, we'll let you stay too. If
Yeah.
you need a place to shower, you need some food to eat. We know that what God's done in your life. So, and you're a graduate of TC, you're always welcome to give a word and come in. So I think that that's part of the plan too, just to stop at those.
Nice.
And I think like the good thing is too, like once you do get there and they know that you did this from how far you travel, they'll make sure that all the other Teen Challenge places can cooperate. If not, you know,
Yeah.
something can work out for that, you know. 'Cause
Yeah.
now they know it's real, and you're gonna go to the next one, and they're gonna fully push you through.
Yeah. And so, bro, you know what? I think that that's one of the like keys to my running across the country is that you get these little connections, although they're not connections that you know, but they're connections that you never had before.
Yeah.
And once you know that they're around, you could call them and be like, hey, you know what? I am close to your area here. I need a place to stay. Are you guys? And I know that TC, they're open 24/7, especially there's somebody there 24/7 picking up the phone. So wherever you're along that line, you're like, hey, I just need to stop by real quick. You're always welcome to do that. And with Teen Challenge is that it's all over the country,
Yeah.
even international, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's so many of them. When I looked at it, I looked up all the TCs. I didn't realize that there was that many, you know? There's actually a few in Washington too. So there's a bunch that's on my route.
Yeah.
And then I called two of them for sure. And the directors, they're like, yeah, whenever you're close by, let us know. We're willing to accommodate you. So I think that one aspect that I can't really forget about is what I'm doing it for, you know?
Yeah.
Like my main reason that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. And it's going to be all those stuff. But at the same time, what's the reason? I got to keep that and know that, you know what?
Yeah.
And you know what, Jimmy? The great thing about stopping at TC is that it's going to help me, remind me
Yeah.
that, you know what, you're doing this for a reason.
Yeah,
You're
and
just
you
not out there.
spread your
You're
mission.
just not out here running your butt off for nothing.
Yeah.
You're not just out here. So I think that those TC stops will play a critical role in my run across the country, because I know that there's going to be times when I'm going to feel like, you know what, why am I even doing this? And I know that those key stops are going to say, you know what, Free, this is why you're doing it.
Yeah, this is reminding you.
And so those are little like, and I kind of like plan that out so I could kind of get those push, you know? When you hit, because Arkansas, you get that push, and then when I hit Nevada, I'll get that push. And those push goes a long way to remind me this is what you're doing it for. Because I know that, like me and Shaw were talking about, you need every motivation you can to finish this thing, you know? And
Yeah.
so I think that I can't forget the fact that I'm doing this for a reason, not just because I want to, but because of where my past and how I got here, you know, and how I even started. And so that's one aspect of it, besides just trying to run across this country. And I was talking to Shua. I don't know if another Hmong person has attempted it, but but
I know as a fact.
that wasn't my main reason to run. But when I started this, I get reminded of it, and I'm like, wow. Now that this is coming to fruition, I'm thinking like, wow. Has everybody ever even attempted, you know? Because before I didn't really think about it, but now that it's getting closer, you think about those things because people keep
do. And
I've heard people attempt.
I have Mika people.
Got people.
Yeah, but
Hmong wise,
Hmong, this is something very new. This is very fresh. Never been touched even closely.
biked. I'm sure biking for sure because
Bike. Oh yeah, we had one guy that was gonna bike. Huh?
Oh yeah, I know him.
And
I mean, I don't know him.
he's a big influencer. He's got 100,000 people following him.
Yeah.
He's a Hmong guy. He was gonna bike from New York or Maine up there all the way down to California or something. I don't know what happened to his journey. He did pass he did bike a ways, but then I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I never heard anything else. It's just kind of like, and then he flew back to Thailand, I believe.
Yeah.
Because he was teaching kids over in Thailand. So I don't know what happened to his journey, but it was an attempt that he tried. I think as far as he got, I think he just made it to New York. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, my dad did a crazy ride. They went from all the way up top of Vietnam all the way down the coast to the bottom, and then biked all the way up to Thailand.
Was this did they have a choice or did they do this?
This is for church with the church.
Oh, with the
ministry,
church. Oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought they were trying to run from the Viet Congs or something.
No. This
So they
was
were-
in October.
Oh,
They just did
nice.
this.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So they were
Put
spreading.
that on the news.
It's so quiet. I don't even hear about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's hush hush. They
Yeah.
forgot, you know. So
Yeah.
they didn't really need much. They wrote it out
Wow.
perfectly. Yeah.
In Vietnam too. That's
Vietnam,
dangerous,
yeah.
man.
Well, I'm sure they went they had a good
Yeah.
plan route.
Even then, they don't have lights there, so it's still kind of crazy and
Yeah.
scary.
All right, bro. We're about to put you on, all right?
All right, man. I'm still driving.
Oh, he's on video.
It's all
Bro.
good.
Oh, can you see us?
No. Oh, you know what? No, I can't.
Yeah, we can only see you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me see.
Sure.
Oh, is that yours? Phone?
No, it's my phone.
Okay.
And you get out the shot. You're
Right?
Okay, I can see you guys now. Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh,
What up?
Hey, hope all's well with you guys.
Hey, what's up, bitch?
should we put him?
Yeah, you can put it on a speaker.
Is there something to hold the phone up?
I do have one, but it's upstairs.
Can we just use here? We'll just use this
Yeah, we could use that one.
if it doesn't fall over.
Mitch, you're on the podcast with us.
Oh, bro, it's not gonna.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we got you all set up.
I'm in a weird position, but I thought I was gonna be at work.
Can you
Oh.
squeeze by?
Yeah,
No.
I got it. I'm a little guy.
Yes, I got off work early.
Okay. Can you talk for a bit? Can you?
Yeah, I can. Yes.
Okay, good. Good. Yeah, we're
Can
chilling.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. You're on the mic too.
Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, I didn't watch the podcast because I've been busy driving, but I just want to let Telemon Podcast know that we really appreciate you guys not just supporting us, but going with us with this marathon that we got going on the 18th, and it was because of your podcast, and that was what inspired Mefree to do this run across the country. So, big shout out to you guys and your team for putting for getting all the Hmong community together. You know.
Yeah.
So without you guys, we would not know about each other's story, because we know of each other's stories. It inspires each and every one of us.
And that's pretty much the reason why we started this podcast too, because we really wanted to hear everybody's story. So we are truly glad that you came on the podcast to share your story. You're one of the most inspiring.
Hey, Mitch. Mitch.
Yes.
So I was telling the guys that the reason why we're all here, or one of the reasons is that because I saw you on the podcast, and your vision is what separates you from like the others, you know, because you were able to see the vision that I had and put it all together, you know. And so I want to say thanks for doing that, bro.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even in my position, been talking to you about this goal, this mission that you're gonna run across the country. You know, like it's a very tough subject to proceed forward going with it, because I know that a lot of people, they will probably not want anything to do with it. You know, but
Right.
I've always been like a man of my word. You know, and I know there's not a lot of people out there that are like that will follow through with the whole process.
Yeah, and I think that's like what we were talking about, you know, just to get out there and do it, because if we don't do it, then it's not going to happen. And I think that you're one of those people that realize that, you know what, I've got to get out there and just do it, you know?
Yeah, and you know, you have your purpose, and I have my purpose, and
Right.
Shua, Tim from Telemon Podcast have theirs, and I think we all have a purpose and being a part of your journey, and I'm super thankful to be a part of it. Maybe all look back at it and like, wow, we did this, you know, and that definitely, you know, this will go in the books. It might seem small right now for a lot of people, just because everybody don't think that we're gonna do it. But we are booked for the 17th. We are booked for the 18th to take off. So I'm pretty pumped up. I'm ready. A lot of people from my Instagram, they do know that we're gonna do this run as well, and I'm pretty sure on your guys' end, there's a lot of people know too. But pretty soon, hopefully, the whole world knows that you're gonna be running.
Yep.
I think it's already getting there,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're gonna make it loud
Yeah.
too, because this is something that's very big.
Once they see you and you got started already, there's no doubt that you're doing it already. You know?
Yeah.
And that's just gonna boost it.
And I think that that's what's one of the things that with like I was talking to Mitch about is that bây giờ Hmong là until we see that you're actually putting it in motion, then they're like, oh, nila hai sa, you know, they're like, oh, they're not serious about it. So a lot of Hmong people, until they see the motion, the action, then they won't get behind it, you know, until they see it.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's the next process, is just showing people that we are actually going to have to go through with this, you know, put it in action. And so if you want to support us, then you could. We'll still be doing it because it's going to take a while, but we want to show you that we are actually doing it. We're not just talking about it, because the talk is over now, and we're going to get out there and do it. And you know what? If we don't know how it's going to go, but you know what? We're going to go put a lot of push into it and steam into doing this and stick to our words. And exactly what Mitch just said, you know, sticking to our words. And from God's word is, if I have so many things that, so many different routes that I want to go, am I even listening to what my promise to Beyamono or even to God is, you know. And so what Mitch just said right there is very important. We got to learn how to stick to our words, you know. And so that's what I'm doing. Mitch is doing it. Shoy is doing it too. So that's all part of living up to our integrity, you know. So
Yeah, so I just want to say to the audience, anybody that is watching, hey, like we're not asking for much. What we ask for is help cheer us on this marathon from the East Coast to the West Coast. Just cheer us on. That's all I want. That's all I need from the people, and we go from there.
amen. Yep.
Because the more supporters that we have chanting, rooting for Mefree, the more stronger we are gonna be to complete this mission.
Amen. I believe that.
Yep. I think so too. I think that.
Yeah.
I think that Mitch, you know what? Even if they don't support it financially, just being on this movement and just
Yeah.
having the word and sharing the word and saying, you know what, we're behind you, and instead of us just bringing each other down, you try to really push each other, through this,
Yep.
Throughout not just this time, but every opportunity we have, in breaking new grounds, and so that's what I am looking forward to. Besides the fact that I'm doing this for my own addiction, I'm doing this to break some sort of ground in inspiring other people too, and they could say, you know what, if he could do that, there's other things that has not been done before. Maybe we could do it too. So there's a lot of things that are in this, and I'm just glad that I'm able to physically to be able to do it. I'm just thankful for that, to be in treatment, to get out of it, and to even be physically, because bro, if you're in treatment, you got to be doing a lot of bad stuff before you get there. And so you might not even be physically able to. So, bro, after what I've been through, and I know you've been through too, I'm just glad I'm physically able to. So that was all God's plan that has already been started, So to me, I'm just grateful to be able to do this,
Yeah, and that's a lot of courage and a lot of confidence and a lot of belief that you have, and this is something great because this will inspire the younger generation. Not even the younger generation, but it'll inspire a lot of the Hmong community as well. It's just like if you ever, like when Sinisa win and won gold medal for the Olympics, right? And all these little girls, like little Hmong girls, they were so inspired and they got into gymnastics and stuff like that, So this could also be another inspiration like that as well, too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
While we still have Mitch here on the phone, do you have any questions for him along like plan wise? Do you have any concerns maybe for him that you want to ask him?
I think the biggest concern that me and Mitch we talked about was just running in the conditions, especially in the heat and stuff like that. And so,
And yeah,
yeah, go ahead, Mitch.
yeah, yeah. So our biggest concern and what we worry the most is that hopefully Mefree does not get injured, because if he gets injured, then the whole mission is done. And sorry guys, I have so many text messages. But yeah, we need him to be safe. We need him to be safe at all times, and like I told Mefree, this is not a race where you have to go fast to get to California. We got to look at this like the fairy tale, the rabbit and the tortoise, right? Just go at your own pace. Just as long as we make it to the finish line, that's all we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good idea, good thoughtful idea.
Yep.
So yeah, other than that, I am just as ready as you guys are, and I think Mefree is very, very strong. he updates me on a weekly basis on his health, on his strength, and how powerful he's getting. And I think there's no better time than right now. He's at his peak right now to do this. And also, we are aware that there's going to be some states that maybe
Yep.
we might get pulled over by the cops, saying why are we running in a remote area. We are kind of aware of that. We are aware of that. We are also making Mefree wear her safety vest, and then it'll be a vest that glows in the dark. So just in case cars come by or whatever, that they don't run into him or hit him, even though he has his vest on, is still very dangerous. This mission, it's not a walk in the park. We know that he can die along the way too, because the weather conditions, health conditions, and how dangerous the roads are as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Does the audience know that Mefree is not going alone? That there is actually a buddy that's going to be tagging along with him?
Yeah, we just covered that earlier. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. I missed it. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess this is all. That's all I have to say. Is March 18th.
Amen.
We will be setting Mefree free. Let's aim for noon, and set them free, and we'll catch them in August in San Francisco.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yep, we'll be there live.
Hey, thank you, Mitch, for coming on, brother.
Yep. Thank you, Mitch.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, and again, thank you for the Telemonk podcast broadcast.
Hey, I look forward to seeing you next week, Mitch.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We're gonna go have a really good right before we set you free.
What do you say? Go what?
What'd you say, Mitch? Say it again.
We're gonna go
Eat
We're
good.
gonna go
Oh,
eat
I don't know.
good dinner before we set you free.
Mitch, we want to make it to the starting line, bro. The first obstacle is food when we get there. That's the hardest thing to get over. And then after that, we're clear. All right, brother.
Hey, I got us an Airbnb right on the beach. So
Oh,
we'll
perfect.
get some good sight scenery before we take off. All right.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Oh, bro, I can't wait to be there and see and have you and Shaw with me there and taking off from Maryland, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Dope. All right, I'll catch you guys soon. All right. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you soon, Mitch.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Hey, Shaw, can I give a quick shout out to
Yeah, absolutely.
to Side of Peppers?
Side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro, they're gonna be here, and I gotta go meet up with tomorrow.
Okay.
At Hmong Village at 11, and bring them one of my hats.
Sure.
So shout
Yeah.
out to Side of Peppers. They helped me financially, supported me financially to get on this mission, and she's such a, and she is such a great person to, inspiring too with her business. And so you guys, I know you guys heard of her, right? Side of Peppers.
Side of Peppers.
I've
I think I saw a little bit on your.
Yeah, they make
your
all those
page.
peppers. Mongya, she's from New Husband business.
Oh yeah, I did see it. Yeah.
Yeah. They actually sent me the hottest one.
Oh,
Spicy?
They're gonna be.
Oh, bro, it has those peppers in it. The Mika pepper that's really spicy.
Habaneros.
No.
Ghost peppers.
Yeah, bro, those ones is super spicy. I should have brought it because I'm not gonna eat it.
Oh, I'm not.
I wouldn't touch that too.
They sent me a whole packet
Wow.
just to try out.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go actually meet her tomorrow and take some pictures.
Okay.
And I'm having actually shout out to Eric. I'm having them send out a shirt to her
Okay.
with her logo on the back that he's going to
Oh, nice.
freshly make for her.
Yeah.
Because I might not be there. So he's going to send it straight to her. So shout out to Side of Peppers. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11. Hmong Village, if anybody wants to come.
Okay.
If you guys want to come too.
Tomorrow. Oh, I gotta be at the gym.
Okay.
Me and Jimmy's gotta be at the gym noon till 2.
Yep.
Because we got another meeting with the boys.
Oh, cool. Okay, so yeah, but so they were supposed to be here in Minnesota like 2 weeks ago, and they had something came up, so they weren't able to come.
Uh-huh.
Because I was supposed to meet them then. They were doing it at I think Monktown, maybe.
Oh, the
Yeah, the Como one, the
Yeah, the
older
Como
one.
one, yep.
But then something came up. I think one of I don't want to say because I don't know for sure, but
Right.
they went up to Wisconsin 2 weeks in a row. I think Appleton, and I forgot what the other city was.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I'm not saying it's me, but I kind of messaged her, said that, hey, come back to Minnesota. I want to meet you. And so they're coming back. But it's not, I don't want to say I don't want to say it's for me, but thank you, Minnesota. But they're coming back this weekend, so I got to go and shout out to them and just say hi to her tomorrow and bring them my hat too, and so.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds
so
good.
side of peppers.
Okay. Side of peppers.
Yeah, super hot. I can't, with running, I got to watch what my spice intake is because
So everybody who's watching, stay tuned. We're going to be going over to Maryland and Mefree, Four Thumbs. We're going to be there. Sadly, co-host can't join us because co-host is going to be busy.
I got co-hosts. Things to
And
do.
so we will be there, and stay tuned for our launch for Mefree and our next episode that will be coming out. And also we got shirts for you guys, so we're going to be announcing those very soon. Okay. All right. We'll talk to you guys. See you guys soon in the next episode. Take care. Thank you guys for all watching. Thank you guys, everybody out there. Thank you from the Telemon Podcast.
Oh,
Peace.
shit.